And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Can't fault the offensive line for that incompletion at all. He had all day to throw the football. Their alarm clocks went off early today, didn't they?
Absolutely they did. He was surveying, finally let it go, but incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's taken down, but... before reaching the 10-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Winston now. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Set to take over as Tampa Bay's offense. This is a Tampa Bay team, Charles, that in 2017, really, a lot of people's darlings coming into the year, and then they wound up being the only team in the NFC South not to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and part of it, only 27th in the league in rushing. And they thought they had a #1 running back in Doug Martin, who did not have a big year again in 2017. And last in the league in overall defense. So when you put that combo together, makes it hard to win the games you need to win, especially in a tough division like the NFC South.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Evans has it left side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half here. Winston looking for the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. First down, Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martin. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Jackson, the man in motion left. Winston gives to Martin on the draw. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Slot man moves right. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Armstead able to drop him for a loss of 4. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now it's Martin, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Second down, Winston. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Working out of the gun. Winston. He's got Evans. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A big gain of 31 on third down. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Tank Carradine in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run for it with Martin. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground. pretty much stoned him on that play and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop him from the 1 back to the 2. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. 2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. Martin, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity. They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. And tough starting field position here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Jameis to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed and being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And able to find Garcon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Garoppolo looking to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. All right, now look at 56.
Now Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have a
That's right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it with Martin. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Noah Spence in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Two huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth
All right, here
down.
we go. Boom, that's in there, Barney.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the